is the 15th of November, and we are welcoming all of you to The View, where we explore a variety of ideas to enhance and enrich your wealth. If you're out there this morning, please state your name, where you're calling from. Great morning, Kristen. Good to hear you on the line as always. Who else do we have this morning? Sister Iantha, thank you for calling in. Who else do we have today?
Good morning, Cynthia and Candy. This is Beata Petty in Chicago.
Yes,
How are you doing today?
wonderful. And you wish you were back in Birmingham, don't you?
You are so right.
Oh, Lord, that's okay. He puts us where we're supposed to be. Thank you, Jesus. All right. Anybody else out there? Please. Yes. State your name, where you're calling from, ladies and gentlemen. So glad you have you on the view today. We have about 3.5 minutes before we get started. If you have not made note of it yet, pardon, someone's trying to, and please mute your line with *6 once you announce yourself. Uh, Hello, Willie from Cleveland. You disappoint if you didn't say Willie from Cleveland. So glad to have you on the line, sir. And you up there by the lake, like B is in Chicago. So stay warm, brother. Stay warm. Who else do we have to join us as we count down to the bottom of the hour? Okay, we heard Tammy and we heard, yes, Wanda Morris. We heard somebody else. Didn't want to cut you off. Denise from DC. There she is. And Denise, you're going to have to hit me up on Messenger because we want to talk. You're an author. I'm an author. We need to get together. Just to say, hey, get out of that writer's block. Yes, ma'am. Anybody else? If we missed you, we're sorry. We're just happy to be up. So thank you for calling in. Please state your name loud and happy proud.
Good morning. It's Dorothy out of Maryland.
Good morning. Wonderful, Dorothy. So glad to have you on the line. We've got about a minute to go. See what happens when you get everybody jumping in at the same time. We're so glad to have you on the view. Please announce yourself and where you're calling from. We're so glad to have you on today. If you're brand new, first time, we appreciate you being here. We hope that what we have to share will be a blessing to you today. We won't keep you long. It's only about a 15-minute call that we have. And we just want to also welcome everybody who may have been jumping in there and life got in the way. So please state your name and who you are, where you're calling from. We have actually 10 seconds now, so please, one more shout out. We're welcoming you to be here on the view with us today. Please state your name, where you're calling from. All right, we're going to go ahead and mute everyone out. It is 7:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Central Time. One moment, please.
Entry and exit tones are on. Entry and exit tones are off. All participants are muted. To start conference record, the recording has started.
Well, happy good morning to everyone. God woke you up. You got one more shot at this thing called life. We've got Cynthia Reed co-hosting the call. Actually, I'm hosting the call today because we have a very special guest that I'm going to be interviewing. And we want to welcome you to the view where there is a variety of ideas to explore to help spark you up with some motivation, leadership, and have winning ways to help you thrive and level up and rise up to become the weekend warrior in your Surge 365 business and in your life 365 days a year. Again, today is Monday, November the 15th. We have about 30 days before the contest is over. You all know everybody can win in the Surge 365 contest. All you have to do is be the one who shares the most. And we'd like to, again, thank you for being on this call. I'm going to give you a quick announcement right about now because some of y'all may have to jump off the line. We want you to be aware that every number starting the 16th of November, which is tomorrow, every number that begins with the dial-in number for the view, which is 712-432-0075, will change. Why? Because technology said so. Now, the number is going to change to this. Area code is 667. The number is 770-1523. I will repeat that. The dial-in number will change to This number, 667 770 1523. The PIN number will remain the same. Okay? The PIN number will remain the same. And as far as the replay call, we have to double check that. But we believe that it will stay the same as the old replay number because I checked with free conference call last night and they said, oh, the replay will stay the same. I don't know if she understood what I was saying or not. It was hard for me to understand. But we will check that out and have it straight away for you. And that goes again for every number that starts 712-432-0075. That number will change to the one that I just gave you. Now, go ahead and just welcome all of you on the call. And I tell you what, it's just sometimes as an interviewer, with all the years I've had as a writer and being on local TV and doing all kind of entry speeches and what have you, um, you hear this thing called a throwback. Well, I have a throwback guest for y'all today. He just turned 70 years old a couple of months ago, and he is a father. He's a grandfather, and he is also someone who I admire, a team builder, multiple $1,000 bonus earner, loves to travel, crazy about cruising, and he also happens to be a retired teacher. 34 years of retired, actually 34 years of teaching, and he's been retired for 13, going on 14 years in 2022. He said, "Oh my goodness, yes, this guy here is Kenneth Reed. He happens to be my husband, and a lot of times I interview everybody but him. I ask him a lot of questions, and vice versa. But I'm going to today introduce you to him and give you guys a chance to hear his point of view from a throwback point of view on the view today. So, um, let's go ahead and get started here. Now, being motivated, Mr. Reed, first of all, I want to welcome you to the call.
Well, thank you for welcoming me to the call. My lovely bride of 46 years, and yes, we are working on 47. And we've been together all this time. We've been building our business together. We've been traveling. We've been having a great time. And we want to welcome everyone else that got up this morning to get on the call. So now today we're going to talk about
being prepared. And the question I want to ask you about, Mr. Reed, if basically we like to dance when our knees allow us to. So if we were dancing, what are some basic steps about staying motivated that you would give? What's a basic step number one?
well, number one, I'd say is consistency. Regardless of what we do to be successful in our life, there is always going to be a necessity to be consistent. So we're going to have to follow some steps. We can't substitute if we want to achieve the best results. Everyone starts out the same in this life. Everyone starts out, no one is super talented because they were born that way. Even if we are consistent at being inconsistent, at least let's do some small steps to be more consistent than we were before.
Okay, that's a great answer. But what about those people that want to get out there and showboat? They just want to show out. They want to do their own line thing in the line dance, split down to the floor and do backflips and stuff. And everybody else is going with the flow. What about those people? If you got a team, what is it that about being successful that makes them maybe want to go with the flow?
Well, going with the flow is really not the important thing. What the important thing is that we're motivated and we help to motivate other people around us. And when we do that, we learn that, we need to function together because there's power and strength in unity. So let's not think we have to be out there all by ourselves on our own because, there's no such thing as natural born leaders, but all leaders are born.
Kind of like all dancers are born, but we're not natural born dancers, right?
That's right.
Okay, let's move on. Now, from dancing, We know people get their toes stepped on in more ways than one, philosophically speaking. So we're going to make mistakes, but when you think about everything else that we learn in our life, what about just winging it?
Well, a lot of people think winging it is a great idea. And I have to admit, there's been some times that I have winged some things. But it's important that you understand that you can't skip the basic steps to be successful. People think that it's not important to pay attention to the basics or the small things. But if you listen to athletes, you'll discover and you hear them say from time to time how important it is to pay attention to the small things, the details. So, just like in dancing, we're going to make mistakes. But think about everything else that we've learned in our life. Did you just wing it? No. Like dancing, to be successful means that we have to prepare and take the lessons from people who know what they're doing.
Oh,
So, you know
okay.
what? If we desire to be successful, we have to actually be consistent and once again pay attention.
And practice, practice. That's what I'm hearing you saying is that we have to pay attention, we have to practice, because I think that you think that that's one of the most important things to adopt. I mean, no matter how naturally born talented we are about something, everybody can't do what we do. That's why we have a system. That's why we make mistakes and we learn from our mistakes. So it's just like with dance lessons. You just don't want to wing it if you don't know the first thing about it. And it's like business. You don't want to wing that either, right? So we have to have a goal. And if we don't work daily on the basics, then we won't ever be able to advance to the next step where we can do those backflips and knee bends and all that other stuff and splits. So it requires a lot of repetition. Would you say, Mr. Reed?
I'd say so. And another basic step is you got to have a goal. One of the fastest ways to improve our chances for success is simply to have a goal. And it makes no sense to say that you're going to be a bonus earner when you haven't even got into the business. You have to first enroll, you have to get started before you can get anything done. So think about it like this. A lot of people think it's boring to just write down a list of people who like to travel. But you need to do that. You need to write down a list of people who like to travel. You need to write down a list of people that we know would like to make money. Because I think, you know what? I often said this. I haven't seen a millionaire yet that said, well, I got too much money. Now, if they can't say I got too much money, what about the rest of us? Okay?
That
Cynthia?
that multi, I like that word multi. Some people think multi-level is a bad thing, but multi-money is a good thing, and you can't do multi-money until you get the multi-level. So when we learn, my next question, the basics of these steps and these routines, what about making sure that we stay excited? We have to basically, if we fall down, we skin our knee. When it comes to the basics, and we don't know everything, but we know that performance counts. So when you talk about things like performance, my question basically is I'm thinking about John Maxwell off the top of my head, the rule of five. And John Maxwell is a motivational speaker and a trainer. And I'm thinking about the rule of five that he has since he's done a lot of things over the past 40 years. The rule of five is what he says is he reads, he files, he asks questions, he listens, and he writes. So that's how we can actually stay more balanced. And there's one more step I believe that you want to talk about, Mr. Reed, especially when it gets colder in the winters. How in the world do we stay inspired?
Yes, staying inspired is really important. We have to keep ourselves inspired. Now, when you think about all those days that we feel like, well, some days we feel more inspired than we do in other days. But even though we're not always inspired, just stop and think as we've gone through, okay, we went through 2020 and now we're almost through 2021. Well, we still have to do things that are going to keep us inspired because we're going to have days that we stumble and we fall down. But what happens? We got to get back up. We have to keep ourselves inspired to get through the year. But the key is to figure out what it is that gets you up and gets you stepping again in your business. When you stumble, you can get up and you can restart and you can move forward. We got to keep ourselves energized. Let's not look backwards, but let's keep in the groove. Let's keep moving forward. That's why it's important that we get together at events again. And it's so important that even if it's a Zoom meeting or a call like The View, it's always good to get past your past and move forward to where you want to go. And looking backwards at where you stumbled over will never get you to where you want to go. So if you didn't feel like listening to this call today, but you got up and you're on the phone, congratulations for at least picking up the phone and calling in and listening. And hopefully, if this helps you, you can listen to it again. And there's no difference than getting comfortable with a dance step. And as we wrap this up, what is it that you can do to stay in step with the goals that you have for yourself? Cynthia?
Oh, wow. That was a great interview, Mr. Reed. And I think for the 6 years we've been married, that's the first time I've interviewed you without asking you a bunch of questions about the remote controls that are in the living room. So I just want to let you all know that we are so glad that you listened to this call today. Thank you so much, Mr. Reed, for being our special guest. Even though I see you 365 days a year, it's still a special thing to hear you teach as a retired teacher and a retired coach, and especially as a bonus earner because we both got our names on the bank account. So we just want to let you all know that the replay for this call, we don't know about the rest, but just jot this down because this may be the same replay number, is 712-432-1085. And the PIN number is 261118 #. Again, the PIN won't be changing. But the replay for this call, any call that has 712-432-1085 playback or replay, this pin is 261118 #. Now, same applies to the champion level up call on Monday night. Starting next Monday, they will have that same number that I mentioned earlier today. Let me repeat it because it dials in with the same number as the View old number will be tomorrow. And that number next Monday will be 667-770-1523. And the PIN number for the champion level up call is 474053 #. Again, that's next Monday. We want to get y'all prepared for that so you don't call in and say, oh, what happened? But tonight, the champion level up call, dialing in at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 p.m. Central, is 712-432-0075. That's tonight, the 15th of November. And the PIN number is 474053 #. And we want you to be sure to stay plugged in for company news and announcements through your email, your mobile Touch 365 app, or for your upline director, your sideline partners who are on the same step that you are. And also, corporate corner number 102 is in your back office. We also have the Empower Me training that people will go to after they become an SBA. And within the first 2 weeks, if they finish that training, I believe it will be 6 or 7 15 or 20-minute segments, very quick. If they do that within a 14-day period, then you receive a $500 bonus, and we teach them to do the same. Teaching people to point to a training and get paid. How easy is that? Come on, y'all. Hey, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. But next, we have coming up at the top of this hour the Team Success Force call at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. That is a one number that you dial, and it's 563-999-5283. There is no PIN needed. Again, 563-999-5283. Now, this concludes our announcements for today. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. Actually, you can tune in tonight to hear Lucretia Daniel, who will be featured on the Champion Level Up call. But she'll also be on again tomorrow, every Tuesday, Leadership Tuesday, here on The View. And she also had a birthday. She and her twin, Lucretia and Letitia, had a birthday yesterday. So you might want to shout out to her on Facebook, or if you have her number, text her and say happy belated. And again, remember these words from actor Morgan Freeman: the best way to guarantee your loss is to quit. But we are not going to quit, and we hope you don't either. You've got Cynthia Reed
And Ken Reed in
Muncie,
Muncie, Indiana.
Indiana. God bless everyone.
To stop conference recording, press 1. This session is no longer being recorded.
Now it's time to discover what the wealthy know, what the rich teach their children that the poor and middle class do not. First, let's talk about the definition of being rich. Rich can be described as when your passive income is more than your living expenses. Passive income is defined as money earned outside of working your job. Let's look at the corporate structure of the average job. At the top, there's a CEO, who makes more money than the president, who makes more money than the vice president, who makes more money than the middle managers and supervisors. In that big area there are the people that typically do all the work, the employees and staff. The employees and staff often feel controlled and held captive by a clock. They have a certain time to come into work and a certain time to get off. There's a certain time to go to lunch and a certain time they'd better be back. You'll continue to do this sometimes for the next 20 to 40 years. Then, that special day comes when you get to retire. Then you live off half the income that you were earning while an employee. This is the structure by which most people are living their lives. Typically, when you begin a job, you start at the bottom and work your way up the corporate ladder. You're coming in early, working through lunch and staying late, shooting for that big promotion. You are working your way from the bottom to the what? Most people are working their way to the middle. Rarely does the employee who started at the bottom work their way to be the CEO. Given the choice between the bottom, the middle, or the top, which one do you think makes the most money? Obviously, it's the CEO. The CEO gets paid from other people's efforts. The CEO is the one in this structure that has the most leverage. Leverage can be described as working less while earning more. Now let's examine the structure of every income earning situation that falls into 4 separate categories. First, let's examine how employees and self-employed people earn. Their income depends completely on their own efforts. What's wrong with that? If they are not working, they don't get paid. There is only 24 hours in a day, so their income is automatically limited. Next, let's examine how the richest people in the world earn their income. They are business owners. The reason they earn so much is they get paid on other people's efforts. The smartest way to earn money is to own your own business. Being an investor is another way to earn money. What works for investors? Money. Typically, if you don't have any money, you won't be a very good investor. We want to show you why it's important, if you are an employee or self-employed person, to own a business and have leverage. This can all begin for the price of a cell phone. Instead of always starting at the bottom and working your way to the top, consider starting at the top. Be your own CEO, which comes with leverage. Remember, leverage is working less while earning more. John D. Rockefeller, multimillionaire, said, "I would rather earn 1% of my income from 100 of other people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts." Now let's discuss how most employees get paid. Consider the average employee who gets paid for working 8 hours per day for 5 days per week. That's 40 hours per week, 160 hours per month, 1,920 hours per year. What if that same employee had leverage from 10 other people working 40 hours per week? They would earn from 400 hours per week. What would happen if those same 10 people built a team of 10 people each? That's 100 people. Now, let's compare the average employee earning from their own 40 hours per week to the production of 100 people just working 1 hour per day. That is earning 40 hours compared to 500 hours per week. Now you can understand how some people earn more money per month than some earn all year. It all has to do with leverage. Suppose your boss came to you and announced a new way of doing business. The company wants to raise profitability, cut costs, and pay you more. Instead of coming into work, you can do it all from home. They are so positive this is a better way that they want you to find other people who want to work from home. The company will pay you a percentage of what they earn for finding them. This will offer you true leverage. Let's take it a step further. What if there was no boss? What if you were the boss? We are talking about earning a serious income from word of mouth. Networking has proven itself to be a rewarding and viable source of income, says so many experts. Now you have discovered what the wealthy know.
You know, it's true. Creating leverage with a business that has systems in place is the best way to build financial freedom. But with so many choices, which one is best? How about one where you could earn your first check right away? Imagine how much better life would be with an extra paycheck deposited into your account every single month. How about one every week? What if there was a way to earn a bonus of $10,000 or more in the next 100 days? If this sounds good to you, I'm excited to share the information you're about to see. Let's face it, we're all experiencing dramatic change in how we live our lives today. But that hasn't stopped people from becoming successful during these times. By improving your skills and learning new things, you can increase your income and enhance your overall lifestyle. More and more people are accomplishing this and doing it from the comfort of their homes. What we are suggesting is starting your own business, utilizing technology everyone you know is already using. The great thing about this is it fits everyone's schedule. You can do this full-time, part-time, even spare time, and it gives you true leverage, which means you have the ability to earn income even when you're not working. You can even earn money while you sleep, and you don't have to have experience to be successful. If you can invite people to see the information you're seeing right now, you can make money with our company. We're looking for people who can follow a simple system that is based on inviting others to join our leadership development program. They will in turn do the same. It's kind of like an adult version of the child's game, follow the leader. It really is this simple. We'll show you and the people you introduce how you can get set for success, how to properly launch your business, and how personal growth leads to growing your business and your income. If you're thinking, this sounds really good, make the decision to tap into the people behind the systems. They have track records of empowering others to succeed. Like the young woman who was sleeping in her car when she first met the founders, who has earned millions with them. And the businessman who, on a part-time basis, was able to replace a $100,000 income loss. This grandmother says she made it for a lifetime of retirement mistakes and has seen the world since joining our founders. Here's a couple who used their additional income to take vacations around the world while putting 3 kids through college. And she used the passive income created by our system to pay off her mortgage years earlier than scheduled. And this executive couple was time broke before tapping into the system that empowered them to increase their income while spending more time with each other and the kids. What will your story be? None of these people had experience in our industry, and they all achieved success by following a simple step-by-step system. And that's what we are sharing with you now. So let me ask you a question. Doesn't it make sense to tap into leaders with a proven success? Doesn't it make sense to do this from the comfort of your own home, especially when you don't have to be an experienced salesperson to get started? The key is tapping into a successful system. Allow me to introduce the Ultimate Empowerment Experience. Our leadership development program will teach you solid business principles that will last a lifetime. And it comes with mentors who have a vested interest in your success, because if you don't earn, neither do they. Don't just imagine what it would be like to make more when you can start earning additional income today. Think about it. You can begin our junior executive program for just $79 and $19.95 a month. In addition to having designated mentors and access to leadership training, you'll have an app to help you build your business and another that could save you thousands in taxes every year. The reason we say this is the perfect business is because you don't need previous sales or even business experience to have success. Our customer business model is based on give, and it will be given to you. What I mean by that, this part of our program allows you to give as many people as you want free access to savings. And every time they save, you get paid. Think of it as share, save, earn. And the best part are the unique benefits that are built in. First of all, how about an anniversary reward trip? Whether it's a couple's getaway to an exotic location or a family vacation to the mountains or maybe the beach, you'll choose from thousands of worldwide resorts every single year. It's our way of saying thank you for staying active in your business for 12 consecutive months. And there are incredible travel discounts. So whether you want to get away this week or next month or maybe later this year, it doesn't matter because top executives always get the best possible price for themselves and those traveling with them. How low, you ask? Well, imagine getting a free night for every night you stay because you'll often save 50% or more when compared to those well-known sites. And it's backed by a 150% price difference guarantee. Remember when I said you didn't need sales experience to be successful? With our share, save, and earn program. You like give, okay? In other words, there's no charge. You simply give to everyone you know and anyone you meet access to travel discounts. When they decide to use it, they're going to save and you're going to earn. And here's the best part. It is unlimited. You can give as many as you want away, which means you can earn as much as you'd like. You'll even earn credits from your purchases that can be used like cash at dozens of retailers and for your own personal travel. And check this out. Having a home business allows you to convert part of your personal expenses into tax deductions according to the world's largest tax preparation company. Business ownership is definitely the smart success strategy. Not only does the top executive package include additional ways to make money, an annual reward trip, deep discounts on personal travel, and reward credits that can be spent like cash, activating your top executive package is the shortcut to qualifying for 100% of the compensation plan. So let's talk about how you'll be compensated and what creating leverage looks like with our company. It starts with referring people to see the same information you're seeing right now. Earn $500 and $10,000 training bonuses when the junior executives on your team complete a simple training that takes less than 30 minutes. Naturally, you'll be paid on your own efforts when those you refer activate their accounts. Plus, you will earn a 100% check match when those you enroll start doing the same. Imagine waking up in the morning and you check in your back office to see people from other cities, other states, possibly even other countries coming on board. These are non-personal referrals, people you don't know and you may never even meet who are adding to your weekly check. And you earn this through infinity every time it happens. It's not just commissions. These referrals also count toward your $1,000 bonuses. I want you to take just a moment and just imagine how it would feel earning a $1,000 bonus every month. And I want you to know something. You can earn these multiple times a month. You can even earn them several times a week if you'd like. And you got to hear about our $25,000 challenge. But first, I want to take just a moment to make sure that you're familiar with our $10,000 bonus. Here's how it works. Whenever top executives are referred from your team builder group, whether you personally did it or not, whether you even know them or not, when this team reaches 100, we pay you a $10,000 bonus. And this isn't a one-time thing. You can earn as many of these as you want. And if you qualify for the $10,000 bonus in your first 100 days, and I want to make sure you hear this, I want to make sure this is clear. This isn't just from your personal efforts. This includes your team as well. If this happens in your first 100 days, you will earn an additional $25,000 bonus, total earnings over 50 grand. I know this is a lot to process. I probably should stop right here, but there's more. Actually, I saved the best for last, and that's our directors program. The best thing about it is you don't have to wait for the position to open. When you hit it, you get it. Take as little or as much time as you desire. But I want you to take a peek for just a moment at what's available to directors. See, as a director, you'll get additional money every month on top of what you'll earn from our lucrative compensation plan. You'll also be able to experience incredible perks along the way, like our company car program. That's where we pay for a Charger or a Challenger for you to drive. It includes company paid insurance. You can move up to the Benz, the Beamer, or the Jag that's yours to keep. You can select from a prestigious watch or an extravagant vacation. There are exotic cars. There's $1 million one-time bonus and another $1 million for you to spend on a vacation home, a yacht, or a motor coach. And for those of you who want to leave a legacy, there's a 6-figure monthly bonus that's guaranteed for the rest of your life. So what's next? Well, get started now by enrolling in the Junior Executive Program. You'll have access to the training and systems and mentors that will going to position you for all the bonuses, overrides, residual income, and the director program you've just seen. If you decide you want to get all the benefits, including the annual reward trip, the maximum discounts, the additional income opportunities, along with immediately qualifying for 100% of the comp plan, then you can activate your top executive package as well. It doesn't matter to us whether you want to start at the top or work your way there. We're committed to helping you achieve your financial goals. So if you like the information you've seen and you want to start building leveraged income today, we want to say congratulations, welcome aboard, and allow us to help you earn your first check next week.